Hello, I'm Richard Jack Smith of Real Talk Movie Reviews. I have perhaps a higher tolerance than most for horror soundtracks, and ever since I started writing about soundtracks in 2014, horror has been one of my go-to genres, definitely, with Ennio Morricone's The Thing and Starship Troopers 2 by Stromberg and Morgan being particular favourites. Over the years I've come across an eclectic range of fascinating scores with some mediocre ones mixed in. Regarding the Exorcism of God, which is the latest release from Movie Score Media, composers Elik, Alvarez and Yoncarlos, Medina set things up quite well on the opening track. There's potential for some really engaging material here. Unfortunately, this score suffers from some of the more familiar tropes of the genre: screeching sounds, familiar instrumentation, unsettling vocals, etc., etc. And the initial temptation to leap into this world and fully embrace it, the battle between good and evil, God and the devil, doesn't quite end up as fully realised as it could be. The instrumentation, creativity grinds to a halt, unfortunately. I found that Alvarez and Medina didn't quite squeeze as much potential out of this as they could, and that's a shame. And even though tracks such as Reconciliation offer some tender moments, they were a little late in coming and didn't quite set up the humanity and what was at stake in terms of this story of being possessed and trying to exorcise those demons. Overall, the Exorcism of God sounds like what we've heard before, and if there's anything that horror and its expressiveness has allowed the best composers to do, it's tap into that vast, infinite potential for ideas and musicality. Some of the most beautiful scores that I've come across have been in the horror genre, such as Lost Souls by Janne P. Kaczmarek, even The Wicker Man by Angelo Badalamenti. But the Exorcism of God just doesn't quite measure up in that respect. It's got some interesting ideas, but they're not really made the most of. I feel like I've heard this music 1,000 times before. There's nothing unique put on it. Apparently there were some specialty instruments, some never heard before kinds which are used, but again, this is just not really expressed, and this falls far short of the high standard that has been set recently by horror scores. You look at Benjamin Wallfish and Joseph Bishara, some fantastic work there, Scott Glasgow. And some of these have been covered by Movie Score Media, so I can see why they were drawn to this particular effort. I give The Exorcism of God by Alvarez and Medina 2 out of 5 stars. This probably won't convert those who don't like horror soundtracks. For myself, it was a bit of a headache. For more film and soundtrack reviews, please visit Betty Jo Tucker's website, Real Talk Movie Reviews. On Facebook you can find my pages, Hip-Notic Movie Reviews and Hip-Notic Soundtrack Reviews. I am Richard Jack Smith, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.